So with shotgun in tow, we are ready to take on room 108 and to find the murder site. I do feel kind of silly that I didn't frickin' find this shotgun the first time around, but I don't think that I'm the first person to make that mistake. So that's just the way it goes sometimes, you know? It is what it is. We've got it now. Let's do this. The awful finale, the site of a ritualistic murder. Beware the drowned lady. What the... Lost on the shore between the forest and the ocean, the owl and the deer reflected in motion. In his room, he will hurt her. In hers, he is caught. His story ends. Her story does not. This is the ritual to lead you on. Your friends will meet him when you are gone.
This was the murder site. There was a record at the bottom of the bathtub, beneath the body. Somehow it was important.
What the fuck?
Another step. Somehow I was closer to home. Closer than ever before. It's you again. The FBI agent. Saga Anderson. I'm closer now. I can feel it. You helped me get closer to escaping.
Wake. Are I still trapped? Yeah, the clicker. We can...
You know about the clicker? It can help us. I destroyed the dark presence with it last time. You can help. You can find it. You must find it.
I can get it to you. I have to understand. Did you write the story?
Alice is in danger. I have to stop Scratch. I have to find a return. I need to get back to my apartment. I'm writing a story to get through. Initiation. It's the only way.
The story. You can do that. You can write out...
It lasted only for a moment, like two planets passing in orbit. Saga Anderson was helping me go deeper, closer to escape. Somehow, I had to trust her. Parliament Tower. I had to get back to my apartment, my study. I had to find the manuscript of Return.
So, the more and more that we play through Alan's side of the story, the more and more that I'm concerned that Saga's in some real trouble. Real trouble. Let's get the hell out of here. Yeah, not interested, buddy. Let's go. So, Parliament Square has reappeared.
Parliament Tower was here, again. Zane said the manuscript of return was the key to escaping. I had to get it before Scratch did.
Agreed. So that means that this is available. Yep. We can alternate the story. You are correct, but I'm not changing right now. Nothing else in here. Okay. Let's go. Do you remember the statue having this, graffiti on it?
Scratch was closing in, gaining control. I couldn't let him escape the dark place. I had to keep him from Alice.
Because I don't remember that being the case. Let's go, Alan. I don't know exactly what we're going to find up here, but we might not like it.
Go to hell!
Huh? It's over there.
Alice had turned the bathroom into a dark room.
Huh. It's where she was developing the various films. No such thing as too personal. Still can't
I
get it.
needed to get inside the manuscript.
Barry? Everything good with you back home? Tried to call but couldn't reach you. You are probably just deep in your creative process. I know you artists can get when you're in the middle of your projects. Oof. If you call back and can't reach me, I'm doing whatever it is an executive producer is supposed to do. When help anything business related to the exhibition, say the word. Barry. Glad she was looking after her, you know. We're trying to. Shark Cirking now want to turn what happened to Al into a movie. In case you hear about this from someone else, a true crime writer named Tammy Booker is working on a book about Al. Didn't stop her though, did it? Open kimono. I've considered peeing in a mug and lunches be damned. How do these people ever get a movie made and they do is sit in meetings is beyond me. What? The Blessed Wellness Retreat? Working with Al the Andersons was tough sometimes, but these movie biz types are insane. Best decision I ever made. I've never felt this good and well healthy. The guy who runs this place, Chester, is a miracle worker. And I think I'm full of shit, but I've lost a ton of weight. You wouldn't recognize me. Oh, good. I'm lucky to have ended up here. That something bad would have happened if I'd stayed in New York. I wasn't feeling great after everything happened, especially those FBC creepos. Ah, yeah, it makes sense the FBC would have wanted to speak with Barry. Blessed Wellness Retreat. Barry went to Hollywood. These yuppies with their glow-in-the-dark teeth couldn't be more fake if they had 6 fingers. Jeez. But I gotta be here to look after Al's legacy. Everyone wants to gobble up the film rights for Casey books, and they have moronic ideas what to do with them. It's my duty to herd this horde of tan zombies into the general direction of something resembling good taste. And painfully with how deeply Al would have hated adaptations, they didn't do justice to his vision. He was a master of hating things deeply. For good reasons, I mean. That's why I loved him so much. Gob on another video call. Talk about casting. Your pal, Barry. Do you think she ever replied?
For months after Ellen died, I didn't leave the apartment.
Motion actor in TVs.
I was flattened by the confusion, the shock, the guilt, fear. I could barely get out of bed. Barry Wheeler started visiting. He even cooked me meals.
Sounds like
I
Barry.
couldn't stand the guy when I first met him, but he's a better friend than I gave him credit for. He still checks in. Even after he moved out west.
I'm glad Barry looked after her, you know. These pictures.
Alice's work had consumed the apartment. Her whole life.
It's kind of disturbing, this.
One morning, I saw a deer soar past my bedroom window. It was a balloon of some cartoon animal. And I looked out at the street below, and I saw a little girl crying. Like losing that balloon had just ended her whole world. It was the perfect image of the horror of caring. And that's when I got myself out of bed. And I picked up my camera.
Just need to show a glimpse. Make you see what's beneath the surface.
I needed to see, to show. The more shadows I photographed and filmed, the more I felt like I was on the verge of a breakthrough. I submerged myself in it. I only went out at night. My search became obsessive, but I still had no idea what I was looking for. There's a world hidden behind ours. A dark tide ebbing and flowing against reality. Faces in the shadows. Fear of the dark is really just fear of what could be, that vast, paralyzing ocean. But photography can freeze reality in a snapshot. Put a cage around the infinite and capture it. I need to prove those faces are really there.
It's like she was getting more and more obsessed by all of it. Is that?
The full manuscript of a novel. Return. A horror story about the dark presence escaping from the dark place, taking over Bright Falls. I couldn't remember writing it. I had not written it. I would never write this. I knew who had. Scratch. A monster with my face. If this story came true, Scratch would get out, people would die. Destroying the manuscript, it wouldn't stop it from happening. I would have to fix it, edit it. I could not change the genre of the story. I'd have to work within the constraints set by Scratch.
Wait.
I needed someone in the story to fight the darkness. Saga Anderson. I kept seeing her in my visions. She was already in Bright Falls, already involved, but she was not in Return. Not yet. I'd write her in. Try to stop Scratch within the limits of the horror story. It was almost impossible. It was taking too long. I had not reached the end.
So that's what was happening. Ignore the artifact, by the way. So we assumed that Return, the copy we've been seeing, was the edited version by Mr. Scratch. Because it scratched out Alan's name and had all these edits. But what actually happened is Scratch ripped the original Return, saying it was made by Alan and impersonating him basically. And then Alan is the one who made the edits to Return itself. And so the pages we're seeing with the various edits and such is the version that Alan has changed. You guys remember when I said I'd be really interested in seeing what all the returned manuscripts read without all the edits, I'm not sure I want to anymore. I have a feeling there's a few folks who've played this game probably grinned when I said that line the first time. Fascinating. That's a cool twist in the story. That's really cool. I mean, I can't lie, you know, this game is, you know, the story's been really strong. Of course it's gonna be. It's freaking Alan Wake. It's a Remedy game, you know. But yeah. So Alan written Saga to be basically almost his agent in reality to stop Scratch in that world. But then that starts to raise the question, if Alan's in here, then who or what washed up on that shoreline?
Scratch stopped me before I could finish my edits to the manuscript. The memory of my edits was already fading. Terrible things would happen if the manuscript came true. Scratch was there, at Parliament Tower, undoing my work. He could use the story to escape. He could go after Alice.
That
I needed a new
isn't
draft of the
acceptable.
story. One that would get me ahead of Scratch.
Yeah. Things are getting worse at home. Alice's art project had consumed the apartment. She was obsessed with darkness while finding the truth. All she would find was Scratch. Had to get to the writer's room behind my study board. And of course, as we've seen in the past, as people get more and more consumed by the thoughts of like the darkness and that's how the presents get to them. And of course, the risk is that would overtake Alice. That cannot, will not be allowed to happen. We're seeing Alan's story through to the end before we return to Saga.
Zane had said we worked on Return together. That was a lie. Scratch wrote Return. I would pay Zane another visit. He had guided me to 2 murder sites. I needed a new one to get back to Parliament Tower. A new draft of Initiation.
So the question now remains, why would Tom lie? Or maybe he didn't know either. Whoa, Alan, are you... What in the hell? Well, we're back here at the, We're back here at the studio, but... Shit looks real bad. We don't need any of that. I have my gear. Good. But this looks very worrying. Woolen? Who are you? What are you?
I don't have time for this, so let's get over with. Tell me, was this all fake? A show?
No one said otherwise, Mr. Wake. It was to indulge you, but we can stop pretending now.
Masks come off.
Oh, I wouldn't go that far. I don't even think you know who's under your mask, but you know how to make things difficult for yourself. All these rules, endless, convoluted loops you insist on going through. You are so lucky, you know. There are so many people helping you. Armies of people. Myself. Your wife.
Alice. I need to get to her. She's in danger.
She is. Because of you. And so is someone important to me, someone you pulled into this. You keep opening doors. Peeking in. Reaching through to get what you want, and that puts you in my path.
I don't know what you're talking about. I have to go now.
Maybe you will make it through this time. This has gone on long enough. This and our night springs. It was a nice distraction.
It's time someone gave me a straight answer here.
The next time we meet, the circumstances will be very different. And you would do well to return the favor by playing your part. Or stay out of my way, Mr. Wig.
Whatever you say. Door, Zane, the masks were finally coming off. Was it a sign I was closer to escaping? I had no time to waste.
We have a lot of reasons to be concerned, everyone. Mr. Door is not to be fucked with. Whoever or whatever he is. I don't think he's our friend. That'd be shut. Alright then. Hello. I have a funny feeling. I have a funny feeling I know what we've got to do. You remember those photograph things in the basement that I looked for and never quite got to? I bet you we need to get to them. But yeah, that was foreboding, to put it mildly. Marty.
Here is the light at the end of the tunnel. Jumalauta, that held you close, Tom. Muutako onward, said the granny in the snow. When the panic is biggest, the help is also near.
Door didn't seem happy to see me this time.
No.
Fearing the master is the root of wisdom. But don't let the game get you down. He's playing his role. Maybe put him in your films, Tom, like you have put me. Sehän olisikin.
I'd happily cast you.
What films?
I'm a fan of your masterworks. There is Tom the Poet, my favorite, and Yöten Yö, is the most famous one, of course. And is it true what I hear? That it's coming back to cinemas? Is there a bottom to this rumor?
What?
I need to get back to my apartment. Can you help me?
Well, plan is half done. You asked me to make sure you won't forget mikä se valokuva oli? The light pictures. The photos your artist wife took. They are waiting in the shoebox in the basement. What you leave behind, you find in front of you.
Okay. Thanks, Adi.
So let's have one guy that we can trust has got our back.
I'm looking forward to seeing Yötönö in the cinema. But first, I work. And the work won't end even when you do it, perkele. Ei siinä. One potato at a time. Just remember the brave will eat the pea soup.
I'll keep it in mind, buddy. I hope your song gets into the cinemas. All right. This could be bad. This could be bad. All right. Yeah, get down here, right? Let's do this.
I would find Alice's photos in a shoebox.
It's where we first found the lamp, if you recall. Down here. It's sealed though. Have to go around. Are they here? The clicker?
A bullet of light to push the darkness away.
These were Alice's photos. I recognized the style. One showed the clicker sinking into darkness. The other showed a light in the shape of a bullet. They were important, even if I didn't know what to do with them yet.
Good. Stay lost. We need to get the hell out of here. Some of these parts in Alan's story are pretty damn short, aren't they? It's fine.
I'm lost in the dark, drowning. I'm drowning. I'm drowning. No way out. There's no way out. It's deeper, deeper, deeper. This is hell. I'm in hell. I'm tired. I wish I was dead. Let me die. I just want to sleep, please. Let me sleep. I'm so tired. I just want to go home. I've written so much. I write. There's nothing left. It's all gone. I don't know how to write. All the words are gone. There's no more words. Where do they go? Did I use words? I recognize these words. Who are the words moving? Oh, this is familiar. Why is this familiar? I've been here before. Have I said this before? I read this somewhere. Where am I? Who am I? Alan Wake. Wake? That's a strange name. Wait, that sounds like a character's name. I write the name up.
God.
I don't want to be a character. I want to be the story. Just write the story. Ram these words down your throat. Make you choke inside. The darkness is coming. The darkness inside. This is my story. You're in my story. Get out of my story. You are a character in my story. You can't stop the story. This story will go on forever. There's no escape. You will never escape. You will drown here. You're stuck in a loop. You don't have a clue. You're lost. You lost the plot. I'll show you.
Fucking hell. It looks like, if I had to guess, it's like what happened to Alan after Scratch got to him before he woke back up again. Like, he had control of his temporarily. It's why we look so disheveled and shit. Fuck. Alright, and everyone. Next time, we venture back to New York. We get the hell out of here.